Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Reb Cantor Lisa Levine, and I'm going to be your guide through this power of Drishtis this morning. Drishtis call us to be radically present. They're points that we put our concentration and focus on. Everything on one thing, to see as though we have never seen before, to notice what we've never noticed before, to engage in a way that brings our hearts and spirits to their full potential. We go all in. And isn't that what we're called to do every day? Sometimes it's hard to focus, especially with what's going on in the world. So this is all about trying to bring that focus in. Drishtis will help you stay focused for prayer, for listening, for driving, for waiting, for balance, and for everything that you need to get through your day. And it's amazing how when we practice our drishtis for yoga, we can call upon them just in everyday life as we're going through our day. The Ashtanga yoga system, taught by Sri K. Patabi Jois, identifies 9 directions or focal points. Nasagram Drishti is the tip of the nose, so just put your gaze on the tip of the nose. Ajna Chakra Drishti is between the eyebrows, the third eye when the eyes are closed. I usually do a little bit higher, but it really is between the eyebrows when the eyes are closed. Sometimes we see better with our eyes closed than we do with them open. This gives us Gadlut, which is an expansion of the mind. The third drishti is Nabi Chakra Drishti. It's at the navel. So when we look down, I'll be asking you to look down at the navel chakra. Hastagram Drishti is the top of the hands. When we do our triangle, we'll be using the top of the hands some. And also when we do our chair pose, we'll be using top of the hands some. Padayoragram Drishti is the toes. We're going to be using those. So gaze down at the toenails or the toes. I like the toenail. Harshva Drishti is to the far right. We'll be doing that today. And also to the left. So you bring your gaze to the right and to the left. Especially be doing that when we do our twists. Angush Thadadam Drishti is the thumbnail, and we will be using the thumbnail quite frequently today. So gaze at the thumbnail. And then finally, Urdhva Drishti, which is up to the sky. And we'll use that Drishti today as well. So as we move through our prayer embodiment practice today, I'll suggest these Drishtis and invite you to discover how they can help you keep your attention and focus on the breath. So we're actually going to connect the Drishti to the breath. And then it'll help you hold the asana a little more. But we do a lot of movement in our practice. So just keep those Drishtis moving. And then when we do our balance, I'll ask you to fix the gaze on one particular Drishti in front of you. So let's take our first Drishti by closing the eyes if that's available to you, or just bring the gaze down to the tip of the nose to soften the gaze. Whatever's most comfortable for you. And if the eyes are closed, Drishti is a little candle flame between the eyebrows. Imagine a string that's attached to the crown of the head. In the Sfirot, it's called Keter, top of the head, extending towards the source of focus and attention, and keeping that thread in mind throughout the practice to keep our focus connected with the breath. We'll work on that in a little bit. Feel the spine lift as that thread is connected, and allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears and the light of the heart to shine through. Notice how you're breathing today. Is it shallow? Is it a little deeper? And maybe perhaps begin to deepen the breath. We'll do that with our pranayama practice in a moment. Now ground down into the sits bones and feel the energy of that focus coming all the way down the legs into the feet, to the soles of the feet. Now focus in on how you're feeling today. How's your emotional well-being? Just take a measure of your emotional well-being. And allow the energy of the focus that you're feeling with the drishti sort of wash through the body. Untie any knots you might be feeling, whether they're in the shoulders, the neck, the hips, the belly, all the way down to the feet. If you're feeling a little tight in the ankles or knees, send the attention of focus into those spaces. Perhaps swallow in the throat. Allow any thoughts that you might have in your mind that are taking your focus away from the body. Allow them to drift away like clouds. This in itself helps us focus on all of these drishtis throughout the body, these points. In Hebrew, we call them nikudot. They help us read Torah with accuracy. So in our drishtis also help us read our body with accuracy. Every point opens up maybe a little window into what we're needing for ourselves today. All those points of light as we move through our practice today will be combined into a force field that keeps us focused and at peace as we walk through our day. We'll be brought back to that focus. I'm going to be practicing on my mat today, but you can certainly just stay in your chair and listen to the body. And as we find ourselves connected with the earth, today I'm going to bring my fingertips to the mat just to connect myself a little bit more, allow the heart to shine through, shoulders are relaxed, and drop the awareness into the breath. Now the drishti comes either to ajna, which is between the eyebrows, or down to the nose tip. Inhale into the lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, mindful of neshama, the soul that comes through the breath, the neshima, and exhale through the nostrils and relax the shoulders. Letting anything go that might be keeping you tight, constricted. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. If the eyes are closed, see that flame between eyebrows. Keep the drishti focused at that point. And then as you exhale, Perhaps drop the gaze to the tip of the nose. Open the eyes slightly, but keep that focus down and soft. Squeeze belly button, spine. Then inhale again, filling the lower belly, allowing the diaphragm to flop open, the lower lungs, the upper lungs. We're consciously expanding the breath while keeping the focus of the Drishti, the Nekuda. And then as you exhale, use Ujjayi breath or ocean breath, slight constriction at the back of the throat to feel that water, the cleansing waters, taking away anything that you don't need. Whole belly button, spine. Cleansing. Inhale. Lower belly. Lower lungs. Upper lungs. Filling. And then release. As you release the air, keep that Drishti focused. And let the focus extend to pulling the belly button to the spine. Inhale. And you're filling Miriam's well with healing waters all the way to the top of the well. And then as you release the breath, relax the shoulders, relax the arms, and slowly release, allowing anything that you don't need to flow away into the flow of the river. Let it go. Inhale, one more. Filling all the way up the well, sipping the air into the throat, and then slowly releasing, keeping the focus, allowing anything that you might not need to release, pulling belly button to spine. And breathe normally. Release the hands. Maybe give your hands a little rub if it's a little bit cold where you are. Bring that warmth to heart center. Open the eyes now. We'll start moving our drishtis a little bit as we go into our asana, into our yoga flow. Let's begin by returning our spirits to our bodies. Elohai Neshama Shanatatavi. The soul that we've been given this morning is pure. It's washed clean. So release all the breath from the body. Drishti is at the tip of the nose to start. Exhale. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. And as you exhale, Drishti goes up. Good. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. And as you exhale, the Drishti comes to the navel. Chakra Drishti. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. As you exhale, look up. Inhale, squeeze them up. And as you exhale, bring the gaze to the bandha, down to the navel. Good. Let's add our arms in. Reach them up. The gaze is across the hands, and as you exhale, bring fingertips, open the heart, and gaze up. Good. Bring the hands up. The gaze is across the hands, and as you exhale, bring the hands all the way down, and the gaze is at either the navel or the hands, depending on how far you can go. Your choice. Inhale. Bring them up one more time. Bring them behind now. Lean back. Open the heart. Exhale. Look straight up. Gaze is to the heavens. Good. Inhale. Both hands up. Keep the gaze on the left thumbnail as you do a nice, easy stretch over to the right. Bring both hands up. Nice, easy stretch. Keep the gaze at the thumbnail over to the left. Good. One more time, either side. Up and over. I'm going to keep my gaze at the thumbnail because that feels really good right now. Inhale, up and over. Stretch it up. Gaze at the thumbnail. This is sort of a sitting pose. Both arms up, and as you exhale, bring the Drishti over to the right. Inhale, gaze is up along the hands. As you exhale, bring the Drishti over to the left. Nice, easy twist either side. One more time. Drishti up and over to the right. Drishti up and over to the left. Good. Bring the arms out straight. Bring the hands in front. Clasp the hands. The gaze is at the thumbnails. Inhale, exhale, bring all the way up. Gaze is down. Hands at heart center. Open my heart to blessing. Feel the power of the Drishtis as we just focus different directions in different ways. But notice how that feels. It's very powerful. Okay, we're going to do a psalm for today. And our first Drishti, because we're going to start with our head circles and then continue with some circles, we're going to keep our Drishti at the tip of the nose, which really just means that our gaze is softened. And I love the idea of softening the gaze. You know, sometimes when somebody will stare at you like they just want to kill, just if that happens and you get one of those stares, just soften your gaze down. And remember that you have power in your eyes. They lead right to the soul. Other way, just some little circles, using that string attached to the top of the head to make some circles on the ceiling or all the way up to the source of focus. And the other way, just warming up the neck, the top of the spine. Good. Now I want to go a little bit deeper with this. So Drishti down to the navel, and then bring the left ear, left shoulder, look up, and then right ear, right shoulder, and the Drishti comes back to the nose tip. Drishti down to the navel, nose tip, look up. Ooh, that's deep. And then down to the nose tip. Then come back with your chin down and go in the opposite direction. So Drishti to the nose tip, look up. And Drishti to the nose tip and look at the navel. Good. One more that way. Look up. Drishti to the nose tip and to the navel. Good. Let's just do a few circles with our hips, warming up the lower spine again. Drishti at the nose tip. Opposite direction, warming up the bottom of the spine. But keep the Drishti or the gaze at the tip of the nose. Now add your arms in and let's bring our Drishti side up, side, down, side, up, side, down, and then go the opposite direction, side, up, side, down, side, up, side, down. Drishti up. Gaze is at the thumbnails. Once again, press the palms together. Keep the gaze at the thumbnails. And then bring that power of the gaze into the heart center. You might notice that your gaze is opening a space right into the neshama, into the soul of that. Let's stand and we'll bring our feet out. Now, if you've got your chair in front, feels comfortable using the chair if you need it. Either is a balance, or you can just use your chair altogether. But I'm going to bring my ankles out with my toes to a 45-degree angle and my heels firmly rooted into the ground, and feel all the parts of your foot grounded. Good. And then drop the gaze once again to the tip of the nose. Bring the hands into the hip creases. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees. Got my gaze softened, and now I'm going to begin to shift from side to side, shifting balance from one side and to the other, warming up the knees, warming up the ankles. So we're using both the concentration of the gaze and the breath, as we did in our pranayama practice. Just keep that 3-part breath going, and then meet me down with knees bent. Inhale, exhale, bring the arms out, lift the gaze heavenward, elbows, check them by bringing the drishti to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right. Inhale, exhale, star pose, look up, drishti up. Inhale, exhale, hands to hip creases. Drishti is going to come all the way down as you hinge forward and drop the gaze towards the navel. It's hard to get there if you're just at about here, but you can try. Inhale, exhale, move the hands towards the right foot and gaze at the right toes. Inhale, exhale, come to center. Inhale, come over to left side, gaze at the toes. Keep your focus on the feet. Inhale, exhale, come down now. Try to gaze at your navel one more time. I've got this very, very big shirt, so it's not letting you do that. Inhale, as you hinge up, use your chair for balance if you need it. It comes straight to star pose. Gaze is up, all the way up. And then gaze at the left and right hands right across the palm. And one more time, bring the palms together, gazing at the thumbnails. Press the hands down into Anjali Mudra. We're going to talk about mudras next week. Bringing the nails right in front of the eyes, and then close the eyes and store that strong gaze into the heart center, the focus. Raise, and release. Good, release, 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 release the gaze. You can look at me for a second if you want, just break for a second. We're going to do Surya Namaskar, which is sun salutation, and our drishti is going to be moving throughout. So I'd like you to start at the front of the mat, or if you're using your chair, just come behind your chair. You know we do downward dog with our chair as well. It'll be nice and slow. I'm going to take you through, starting with the gaze at the thumbnails. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, do a swan dive all the way down and gaze at your toenails with fingertips to the mat. Good. Inhale, keep the gaze at the feet. flat back, half fold, and as you exhale, bring the hands down to the mat and step back with left and right feet into downward facing dog. Now for down dog, the gaze is supposed to be at the navel or the feet. It's not supposed to be up, so it has to be down towards the navel or the toes, and press those heels into the mat as you exhale. Inhale, shift the gaze towards the tops of the palms, and as you exhale, plank all the way down. Chaturanga into a little baby. The push-up right into Bhujangasana, a small cobra. The gaze for this is straight ahead. Inhale, exhale, push back into downward dog. Gaze at the feet or the navel. Rest the heels into the mat. Inhale, raise the left leg up. And as you exhale, hug that knee in. Put it towards the chair. Just bring it right down into the mat. I saw this, and I want to do a strong lunge. Bring your arms up. Inhale, exhale, draw the arms around in a circle. Bring the hands down to the mat and then bring the right foot to meet the left and reverse swan dive. Gaze is up and again at the thumbnails. Exhale. One more time, other side. Inhale, Drishti up, Drishti down. As you exhale. Inhale, keep the Drishti at the feet as you do half fold. And then as you exhale, palms to the mat, step back with left and right feet. Keep the Drishti back towards the feet or the navel. Exhale. Inhale, plank, drop the hips. Bring the gaze to the hands. And as you exhale, yoga push-up down and into cobra. Exhale. The gaze for cobra really, I think, is about 2 feet in front of you, which is sort of a soft gaze. Inhale, exhale, push down into downward facing dog. Gaze at the feet. Good. Lift the right leg up behind you, and as you exhale, bring that knee towards the hands. The gaze now can be at the toes, and then come up into your lunge. Inhale, exhale. Bring the arms around, hands to the mat, left foot to meet the right, and reverse swan dive all the way up. Gaze at the thumbnails. Bring that gaze all the way down. And release. Shalom. Good job. You should be feeling warmed up, I should say, and focused. All right, let's create our kavana for ourselves today. So feet are hip distance apart. Bring the hands into heart center, close the eyes, bring the drishti between the eyebrows. Ajna drishti. And create a blessing or a kavana, an intention, sankalpa in Sanskrit. It's called an intention for our practice today. What's brought you to your Mishkan, your holy mat to mirror place? What do you need to focus on in your life? Is there something that you put off, that you procrastinated with? Perhaps you just need to jettison a few things and set yourself on your Dharma path. Good. Bring hands into hip creases. Let's focus on that kavana. Inhale. Exhale, sit right back into your chair, Utkatasana, and you can bring your gaze to the tops of your hands, or if you'd like to bring the gaze to the palms, we often are holding our blessing. And breathe. Focus. Concentrate. One more deep breath. Inhale, exhale, look up, and send that blessing out. And release. Feel free to chant along with the music. If we were live, we would be all chanting together. Let's start one more time with our hands at heart center, Drishti, between the eyebrows, the wisdom center also. Inhale as we exhale, open the eyes, soften the gaze to the nose tip, sit back into the chair, and bring our concentration to the hands. You can use your thumbs, you could use the tops of the hands. And breathe. One more. And then gaze up. Create that force field of concentration, opening, and then bring hands into heart center, and we'll chant together. We will know that you are one. The expression of oneness is important because it helps us realize what we really want for ourselves, what's so important to us. It is eternal, but it's also very personal. We want to unify ourselves. So let's take a listen. Come to the right side of the mat. Bring the left toes out toward the end, right toes in 45. Inhale, open that right hip. I have my gaze down at my nose tip right now. Inhale, exhale, drop the shoulders. Inhale, lean way over that standing front leg. And then as you exhale, bring the Drishti to the thumbnail. Now, if your neck is talking to you, you can always bring Drishti to toes. It's fine. And if you want to come a little bit deeper, keep that Drishti up and breathe and listen. Inhale, exhale, bring right hand to right back thigh, left arm over, Drishti to the side. Good. Lean way over that standing line. I'm going to bring my elbow onto my knee. I'm going to bring my right arm over, and it makes it a little harder to do this Drishti, but if you keep your thumbnail up and then bring it over and look up under that arm. Look over to the right. Good. Inhale, exhale. Reverse triangle, look to the opposite way. And breathe. Inhale, exhale. I've softened my gaze down to the tip of my nose as I go to the other side. Right toes towards the edge of the mat. Left toes in 45 degrees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders away. And remember to bring that left hip open. Inhale, lean way over that standing leg, and then I'm going to bring my gaze up to my thumb and breathe. Now stretch up and keep that gaze strong. Concentrate, focus. Inhale, exhale, left hand, left back thigh. Look over to the side, up under that lifted arm. Good. Stretch way out. Bend that right knee. Put the elbow onto it if this is okay for you. And then bring the arm over. Side angle. I'm going to look up under my left arm. Bringing the gaze to the side. Inhale, exhale one more time. Reverse. Left hand, left back thigh. Gaze over to the right. Come back to center. Toes come together. Eyes are either at closed or soften the gaze. Inhale. Exhale. And release the breath. Release the hands down to the sides. Notice the effects of this practice of oneness. Still, small voice speaking, opening a path. Focus. Yes. Okay. We're going to do a balance because drishtis are so important when we balance. So I've got a little piece of wood back here. You can't see it, but it does help if you're on a wooden floor or a floor. This is like a double mat, so it's squishy. It's harder to balance. So if you want to move to a place where you can balance a little bit more, feel free to do that. We're going to begin by feeling both feet very strong into the earth, as though you were standing at Sinai and you were a tree. Well, maybe a palm tree or a strong tree. Maybe in the desert there weren't as many trees, but I still want you to feel firmly planted there. The strength of our ancestors coming into the feet, into the belly, up to the heart and the arms. Feeling the strength of that endurance that we needed for our trip, our trek. Now find a drishti straight in front of you and make sure that it doesn't move. I have my microphone there, so I'm just going to concentrate on there, and I'm going to lift the right knee into the hands and breathe. Now, my left foot is feeling the earth very strongly. And I'm breathing, and then I'm going to bring that knee out to the side. And you can stay here if you want to. You don't have to do a strong balance. But if you'd like to, bring that opposite arm up. Now, if I was really balanced, I could bring my drishti to my thumbnail. That's a little bit harder for me today. And if you're more advanced and you'd like to grab your toe, I could try it. I used to do this all the time, but it's a little bit wobbly today, so I think but if you want to grab your toe and stretch your leg out to the side, feel free to do that. Carolyn, you can do that. And release. Good. Let's feel the right foot now very strongly. Move all that balance into the right foot. When you feel strong, find your drishti or your nikuda, your point. Remember, we're connecting all these dots today. Then lift the left knee into the hands and breathe. Belly button is strong into the spine. Standing legs strong. Feeling the strength of the earth beneath you. And then when you're ready, bring the knee out and the hand up. If you want more, if you want less, bring your toe down. If you want more, look up. It's hard. And then if you want the most, you could grab your toe and straighten your leg out to the side and breathe. And bring it down. Jump it out. Release the gaze, release the gaze. Let's do a little bit of a hallelujah arms today. Just release the hips, side to side, side to side. Now bring the gaze up and create that force field all the way around you. All the way around you. Concentration of focus. So bringing the gaze up, around, to the right, to the left, down, and then bringing it all the way up. Hands come up one more time. Press the palms, gaze at the thumbnails, press the palms all the way down, gazing at the thumbnails, and bring that focus into our center. Nice. All right. Haven't been down on the ground in a while because I've had that injury, but I'm feeling a lot better. But listen to your body. If you can't come down to the ground, just bring your hands onto the chair, onto the front of the chair. And you can do what we're going to do right like this. It's absolutely fine, okay? I'm going to come all the way down to my mat today. We're going to start in tabletop. So meet me in tabletop. We're going to change our drishti or our gaze a few times. We're going to start with the drishti on the top of the hands. And as you inhale and exhale, extend the right hand forward and bring the gaze to that thumbnail. And press the left leg back. This is our bird dog balance. And if you're feeling a little wobbly, no judgment. But use the drishti and the breath to keep that balance as long as you can. Do at least 3 rounds of breath. And then bring that hand down. Come into child's pose. The drishti comes towards the navel. The arms come out. Back up to tabletop. Gaze is at the top of the hands. Inhale, extend the left hand forward, gazing at the thumbnail. Press that right foot back. 3 full breaths. And the back foot is sort of like on a pedal, Barbie foot. So pressing that flexed foot back as you reach forward. Strong practice today. After you do 3 full breaths, bring that hand down and then sit back into child's pose. Extend the hands forward and bring the gaze towards the navel. Breathe and release. Inhale, coming up. Once again to tabletop. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your tail towards your drishti. Look towards your tail. And then come back to center. Inhale, exhale, look to the left towards your tail. Come back to center one more time, each way. Stretching out the hips, stretching out the gaze. Other side. Inhale, exhale, come to center, tuck the toes. Come into downward facing dog one more time. Gaze is at the feet or the navel as you press those heels into the ground. Cup the hands to take the pressure off those. Inhale, exhale, drop the hips. Bring the gaze down to the hands and bring the hands out in front of you. Gaze is on the top of the hands. Inhale, exhale, and as you exhale, lift the hands and fly. Lift the arms, lift the hands. Inhale, exhale, drop them. Keep the gaze at the thumbnails. We're going to go up one more time. Inhale, as you exhale, lift. Lift, lift. And come down. Bring hands to the mat. Push into downward facing dog and relax. Open the knees. Bring the gaze, eyes closed, forehead to the mat.
The gaze comes to the third eye between the eyebrows. And breathe. And bring a sense of gratitude to the heart center. Connect the dots from the toes to the hands. And one more asana in this series. So come all the way down onto the belly. Bring the elbows up onto the mat. Gaze once again at the top of the hands or the thumbnails. It's easier to do that because you can bring thumbs together. And lift the neck forward and bring the gaze up about 2 feet in front of you. Sphinx. Bring that kavana focus of where you want to bring your energies for your life or your life's path into the heart center. Inhale, exhale, push up, cross the feet, come on. The other side of the body. So we're going to do a stretch. That was pretty smooth. I've got my pillow for my head. If you're in a chair and you want to stretch out on the chair, it's absolutely fine. As we head into this moment in our practice, we think of those, we focus on those spirits who have left this earthly realm. Perhaps they're in Gan Eden, Ha'olam Haba, in the world to come. Perhaps they're in our hearts. We're going to focus on that just for a moment. I have my eyes closed, so Drishti is at the third eye between the eyebrows. Or you can look up, gaze up, however you wish. Bring the name of someone who you're remembering on this new moon. Kislev. We'll be starting a new Kislev series next week. And as we celebrate this sliver of memory, hold those loved ones strong. Do a little stretch. So just press the right foot into the ceiling or in front of you on the chair. Grab underneath your thigh and rotate the foot around to the left and the right. You're holding any grief, just allow it to float out the feet. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex, and bring that right ankle onto the left knee and pull back. If you want to just rock from side to side, loosen up that hip and breathe. Bring the arms overhead. If you're in a chair as well, drop the foot to the mat and both feet to the mat. Wiggle, 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 or bring the feet down. Press the left foot in front of you or up to the ceiling. Gaze can be up, could be at the toenail or eyes closed. It's your choice. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. As you exhale, release grief. Inhale, flex. Bring that left ankle under the right knee and pull back and release the left hip. Lock that foot to the mat. Lift the arms above the head. And then drop both feet onto the mat. Bring soles of the feet together. Open the knees. Arms are above the head, Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly. As we spread the memory of blessing to every living thing, as our Kaddish prayer allows us to do. Opening the heart, releasing. Feet stretch out in front of us. Hands come to the sides for Shavasana. You need a blanket, bring a blanket over your feet. We'll do a short Shavasana today, and then we'll end with our healing circle. So let's release the practice. Eyes closed, release the gaze. Just allow it to dissipate. Swallow in the throat. Allow the thoughts to float away as you sink back into this 10-inch cloud of warmth, of warm relaxation, where all the dots are connected and whole and at peace. Feel the arms becoming heavy and the legs becoming heavy. And imagine a warm blanket being drawn up over the feet, over the shins and knees, over the thighs, hips, hands, wrists, arms, elbows, all the way up, over the shoulders, being tucked in up under the chin, surrounding the entire body with warmth, with protection, with complete peace. The jaw relaxes. The neck relaxes. The shoulders rotate outward and the arms are heavy. The belly is released. The legs are heavy, all the way down to the feet. Sense the beating of the lev, of the heart. Nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim. As all of the threads of our focus cleanse the body through every vein, every artery, every organ, all the way down into the feet, into the hands, up the spine, into the brain. Bless the feet, bless the hands, bless the heart, bless the brain. Send a blessing of focus and peace for a few moments to everywhere that you might need it for yourself today. As you memorize this feeling, and with each breath, become more relaxed and at peace. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Gather the knees into the heart center and rock from side to side. And roll on to the side. Make a pillow of the arms. Take a few deep breaths and release through the mouth. And rest yourself up. Really come up to seated, and we will end with a short healing circle today. Come back, everyone. Let's bring our focus today to our healing prayers. If you have someone you'd like to bring in mind for healing, feel free to say their name out loud or put their name in the chat room. Have my eyes closed with my Drishti, the third eye. But if you feel that you want to soften the gaze down to the fingernails, that's great. And name those people that you'd like to name for healing. Inhale the heart open. Exhale, look up. Send that healing out to everyone in need of healing. Exhale. Inhale, bring the focus to the thumbnails. And as you exhale, bring those nails, that focus right in front of the eyes. Store that healing into heart center. One more time. Inhale, open the heart. Send that healing out. Look up. Send it to the Ein Sof. Inhale, palms together, and bring that healing all the way down. Focus. Close the eyes and store that healing in heart center. Thank you all for spending this hour of focus with me today. I really appreciate having you here, and I want to send you out into your day, not only with focus and concentration, but with joy, with love, and with light. Namaste. Thanks everyone for being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next week.